Hello everyone! When nature goes wild, all we can do is hide and hope for the best. Today, you'll see footage of quakes, floods and storms that tear everything apart. Hold on tight, these moments are truly breathtaking. As shocked residents watched, the wild waters of the Guanica River ripped apart a newly constructed bridge in Utuado.
Dios mío, qué dolor me da. Ay, no, eso me duele. Ay, Dios mío.
It was just one example of the widespread destruction caused by the extreme flooding from Fiona, a devastating Category 4 Atlantic hurricane.
Gracias, Señor.
Watch out! Watch out!
The sound of a tornado is unmistakable. It hits you straight to the bone. Brave storm chasers in Nebraska managed to film this unique moment.
Golf ball sized hail for a second there. Look at that.
These people were completely stunned, and for good reason. On May the 8th, 2017, a routine thunderstorm in suburban Denver suddenly turned into a hail onslaught. Golf ball-sized hail sent everyone running for cover and pummeled parked cars.
That was falling from the sky!
Check your window, look at this flow.
Yeah, look at that. Oh my god. My car's probably
It might be a big one, man.
it's coming back! No! My car! No! My car! Dude, it came over, man. I ain't fixing that. Oh man, my front windshield's all cracked up and everything, man. Oh god.
The local shopping mall took the worst hit. The hail punched through the roof, shattered windows, and forced the building to close for months of repairs.
Alright, I'm going back in the shelter because it's coming back.
A horrifying situation, coming face to face with a wildfire. A father and son were camping in Glacier National Park when they suddenly spotted a fast-growing blaze. To escape, they had to drive through thick smoke and flames, dodging falling trees.
Easy, easy. Easy, easy. Can't see. Just go easy now. Easy.
They finally reached a safer area where park rangers picked them up by boat and evacuated them.
Well, right. Slow it down. Okay, slow it down so we can see, Jess.
Dad, what if a tree falls on us?
We're okay, slow it
Please,
down.
God, help us.
Nothing can stand in the way of a mudslide's force. Everything it touches gets swept into its destructive surge. In September 2025, Typhoon Ragasa slammed into Hong Kong and southern China, becoming the strongest tropical cyclone of the year. The Hong Kong Observatory issued its highest warning signal, number 10. Wind speeds reached 75 meters per second, and coastal water levels rose by more than 3 meters. Hundreds of buildings ended up underwater, and vast areas of corn and rice fields were washed away. The storm's impact forced authorities in southern China to evacuate nearly 2 million people. The typhoon lasted only a few days, but it caused more than $100 million in damage. When lightning flashes, animals switch into survival mode in a split second. That moment when people suddenly find themselves caught up in major geological events. Huge cracks opened right before the eyes of people in Peru's Cusco region. A nearly 2-kilometer fissure swallowed a 300-meter stretch of highway and destroyed dozens of homes. Experts blame heavy rains and weakened soil. The ground turned out to be far less stable than locals thought, and who knows how many more places like this are out there. Dozens of workers in Iran found themselves in danger when sudden floodwaters caught them off guard. A surge of water tore through an earthen dam and rushed straight into the active quarry, forcing everyone to abandon their equipment and run for safety. A heartbreaking sight. These are the final moments for the beachfront homes in Buxton, North Carolina. In the fall of 2025, this stretch of the Atlantic coast was hit by two twin hurricanes, Humberto and Imelda.
No. 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 Oh my gosh. Gotta be kidding me.
A powerful earthquake struck Mexico with a magnitude of 7.6. One more earthquake hazard you might not think about. Tremors can make rooftop swimming pools overflow, pouring water down the building and threatening those on the street.
โอ้น้ำกระจายเลยอะคิดว่าหน้ามืดโอ้ตายแล้วแผ่นดินไหวแล้วเนี่ย
On May the 16th, 2025, a deadly tornado with wind speeds of up to 244 kilometers per hour swept across St. Louis. Tearing through residential neighborhoods, destroying thousands of homes, damaging infrastructure, and leaving hundreds of families without shelter.
रुक जा यहीं पे रुक जाना यहीं पे अरे नहीं वो आगे मत जाना अम्ब्रेला नहीं है ना वो बादल नहीं वो पानी का ये है पानी है वो पानी का ये है ना जो गिर रहा पानी उसी हाँ देखिए फॉल्स देखिए
Are you videoing that? Don't let your camera get wet. Oh my god, it's hitting our building. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, wow, let the roof on that. Oh. Do not. Oh, look out the top of that. That's one over in the...
Even ordinary fog can turn destructive. In December 2024, a thick blanket of it covered the Lake Pontchartrain Bridge in Louisiana and triggered 6 back-to-back crashes. More than 40 cars slammed into each other like falling dominoes. Fortunately, no one was killed or seriously injured. In Johannesburg, South Africa's largest city, disaster struck in an instant. In just an hour, a torrential downpour dumped 150 millimeters of rain, overwhelming the storm drains. Hundreds of homes were flooded, and roads and highways turned into raging rivers. During floods, the only way to help and to reach people is often from the air, and these Spanish rescuers did an incredible job. With about 100 millimeters of rain falling in a single day, Swedish cities ended up looking more like canals. Even so, this bus hit the road, and its driver kept pushing on till the last moment.
Super taxi!
An earthquake can strike at any moment, even while you're checking in for your flight. When the ground started shaking, people rushed to evacuate Narita Airport in Japan. Moments like this remind you that no plans matter when the earth goes wild beneath your feet.
¿Tú vivías aquí abajo, no? Ojalá, weón.
The scale of the disaster speaks for itself. The 2015 flood became the most severe Chile had seen in 80 years.
Ay, no, mi casa. Pero ¿quién se lo mira? Porque salió.
A usually arid region was hit by days of relentless rain, triggering a full-blown catastrophe. Within just a few days, the Copiapo and Rio Salado rivers burst their banks, sweeping away streets, homes and infrastructure. A brutal reminder of how quickly nature can turn our familiar world upside down.
It was like the sign on the building that fell off.
Yo! What are you doing? Oh my God! Why are you doing that? What is she doing? Yo! No.
Oh my God!
Holy shit!
What used to be a quiet street in Manitou Springs turned into a raging river. This is a look back at the devastating floods that struck Colorado in 2013. Within just days, some regions saw nearly 50 centimeters of rainfall, about what they normally get in a year. The mountain canyons and valleys couldn't contain the deluge, and water poured into towns. The flooding affected more than 17 counties, wiping out roads, bridges, and rail lines. Hundreds of homes were destroyed, thousands more damaged, and over 11,000 people had to be evacuated. It looks terrifying, but luckily a car's body works like a Faraday cage, so in most cases lightning doesn't pose a real danger to the people inside. The flooding in the Indian city of Manali is getting worse. It looks like both the houses and the bridge are doomed. This wall of sand isn't an illusion, it's a real force of nature. An 80-kilometer-long storm sweeping across highways in China's Qinghai and Gansu provinces. The plateau's dry soil and sparse vegetation make it easy for the wind to lift loose sand and dust, forming a fast-moving storm front. Fine particles rise hundreds of meters into the air, while heavier grains roll along the ground, creating the effect of a continuous flowing wave. This is what drivers experience in the heart of the storm. Visibility drops to just a few meters. The air is filled with tiny particles that sting your eyes and make it hard to breathe. Definitely not a journey for the faint-hearted. Sheer mountain slopes and powerful rainstorms make for a deadly combination. This raging torrent was part of the devastating flood that swept through the Himalayan highlands in 2010. On May 6, 2012, Japan's Tsukuba Prefecture was hit by a devastating tornado, a terrifying visitor that always arrives without warning. A team of climbers is caught in an avalanche while ascending the Annapurna Range in the Himalayas. It's a dangerous situation where keeping a cool head and acting quickly can mean the difference between life and death.
هاي شكله راح يدخل بالبنكيت. هاي هذا على السبهلة ليه؟ هل صار بخبط فيه ولا لا عاد؟ خلينا نشوف مع بعض. هاي يعطيه دفشة. يعني no comment.
German industrial city. The RAF say that bombing raids were suicide, but General Ira Aker of the 8th Army Air Force said they had to be done to assure accuracy, to bring them out.
Поселок Ключи. Бабахнула ключевская сопка, вулкан, как-то сбоку. Шлейф.
West Windsor, Princeton Junction train station, and we're underwater. There's the parking lot. There's the waterfall. And there's the tunnel. Wow. You know, I'm a bit wet here. It's the waterfall.
A snowstorm with winds reaching 43 meters per second. This blizzard turned a highway near Colorado Springs, Colorado into a true battlefield against the elements. And in such chaos, people have no choice but to rely on each other.